We are live.
We're
Welcome,
live.
ladies and gentlemen.
Are you for sure?
Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, look, they're all here. They're
They're
like,
all here
I'm
waiting.
here for the party.
Look, who's all here already?
Debbie Nicolaus.
No, she's always here.
Thank
goodness.
Colleen's here.
And
Hi.
Colleen's usually here too. That's
And
wonderful.
Dara, I think it's Dara. I'm sorry if I say your name wrong.
Darcy?
No.
Dara. Oh,
Dara. I'm sorry. See, I don't know how to spell it.
Dara snuck out of school again, I'm thinking.
Well, thank you for being with us, guys.
Yeah,
Look at that.
you guys, you know what? You are my sunshine. I'm not kidding you because I needed a little sunshine today.
Friday.
I was not feeling too happy for a little while, so now
Yeah, I
I
was
feel
feeling
much
crummy.
happier. Much happier
Much
now
happier.
that you're here.
Woohoo.
So,
Chicken says hi. Whee!
Okay, Javi, remember how old are you now? 31?
I am 31, but it's inside my heart. I'm only 8.
I noticed. You guys noticed that? No, that's all right.
Aw, hi,
We
Nancy.
love Javi.
Thank you. Hello from Pennsylvania, somewhere. Annsville, Pennsylvania.
Oh.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
What is it? Anvil.
Annville, wow.
Nancy Person?
Can't say nothing right.
Heaven's Handcraft. We got some new people.
Woohoo, hi.
Oh, that makes my heart go pity-pat. I love my regulars. There's nothing like them, but we need new people too. They
That's
need
true.
They need new creative friends also. You know.
Hi, Laura.
You know, the ones who come from the creative groups. There's so many of us know each other there, and we have
That's true.
made friends for life. We really have.
Yeah.
Pretty
So what are you working on, Brenda?
Well, I'm working on a wonky pendant. That's what it is.
Aw.
I just lost all my beads
Lost them all.
Chica puts a smile. Yeah, Colleen has our mug. And you
She
guys know
did.
about our mugs? Javi designed them.
Yeah, I designed them. They're on our little, what's it
They're on
called?
Spring-
Or whatever
Spring
it's called.
store.
Spring store, yeah.
Spring
It's
store.
on YouTube
So
here.
in
Should
case
be
you guys
below.
wonder what the hey I'm doing, I'm gonna
Okay.
tell you what I'm doing, but I'm gonna have to quit for now because I got so much else to show you. But what I did is I made myself a little, you know how I do every so often, I make myself one of these little
What?
plastic
Oh,
beads,
those
you
bead
know.
containers. Sorry,
And
they
I
don't
put
see that.
everything like in a family. You know, when I
That's
was
in
doing the mosaic, I had a bunch of them. I still have them. And Cindy Baker, hey, it's good to see you, honey. You know, so I had all these from color families. Like I have a lot of mixed impression right now.
Mm-hmm.
In case you guys didn't notice it,
Yeah.
who put that on you? You put the mixed impression on the other day, didn't you?
Those mixed impressions? Oh, yeah, all those beads.
That's
yeah.
what this is.
Yes, I did put
Okay.
those on.
Anyway, that's my favorite stone. It's jasper. Some people call it sea sediment jasper.
Like
just,
mixed impressions.
but I just love it because it's happy and vibrant, all these different colors and
Beautiful.
everything. And it is like, you know, bound with resin and all that stuff. You know, it's not synthetic. It's hand formed. There's a difference. It is stone because you pick it up. It's cold. You know. That's how you know stone a lot of times. You put
It's
it up to your
cold?
cheek, it's cold.
Really?
Yeah, here.
Yeah, I want to try one. My
Test
hands are
it.
already cold.
Test it.
Yeah, they're just cold. You're
It's
right.
cold. So, anyway, rhinestone usually won't feel that way. So, anywho, so I made this out of the things that I had. And then some of the things were left from when we did the Haley Summery Beans is here.
Hi, Beansy.
Whoa. Anyway, I like to make these up. And then I work out of a color family. So I have a lot of things from the last box.
You should do
in
them with
here.
crystals.
Yeah, Chris. Well, we have some coming up in that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Mel said to me, this came from 1928 factory. He has like beaucoup of them, and he said,
You mean the plastic container?
"This here,
Yeah.
He says, "You want some of these?" He says, "I'll just give you some." And I'm like, "Well, I don't know where I'm going to put them all." Blah blah blah. I only took 5, and now I'm just kicking myself because he was giving them to me. Once in a while, he does it. Of course, then I have to pay the shipping from California, and that's not cheap. But still. They came from 1928. Dang it. Anyway,
cute.
So before I go any further, I'm making a wonky pendant. When I get this finished,
Yeah.
I'll show it to you. And then I was thinking, Javi, you know, since Thursday's a holiday next week, yeah.
Yeah.
For a lot of people.
Should probably
Not
do
everybody, but a lot of people.
produce one.
A lot of people. Yeah, so I was thinking on Friday you can do the resin one we were talking
Ooh,
about.
yeah.
And but, so we won't have a live one next Friday, but I was thinking maybe Tuesday.
Tuesday. Ooh, a live
Because I don't have a lot coming in on Tuesday, so
We should do it.
We would have time. So yeah, we're gonna do another one on Tuesday too. Maybe
live
we'll work more on this when I get it all figured out, because it's gonna be really cool when I'm done. I promise.
Sweet.
Anyway, yeah, I'm a little bit gruff. I had a little sinus dealio. Wasn't COVID. Everybody says you shouldn't have COVID. No, I did not have COVID.
You will know.
Also, everybody else here would be sick. I do not have COVID.
That's
So
true.
no, it's every year this time when the weather changes, then I get, kind of like this. So I'm okay.
It's okay. I got my COVID booster.
I see. I got. Yeah, she got her COVID booster on Wednesday. Got sick as a dog.
Just achy all over. Oh, it was just horrible. Like your pain,
I did too. For
your
one,
pain in those areas intensified 10
for
times more.
one day I had it, but
I don't like it.
I didn't mind. I was sick anyway, trying to get over my operation. So anyway,
Oh,
so
you have a lot.
here's what I did. I got a lot of stuff done here, guys. I'm just so excited
Yeah.
to show you because it's so fun. So we were working with beading wires just a little tiny bit, on the group. Like, for example, I've got one in my ear right now. I'm wearing. This is the one I'm wearing because I kept it. This is Haskell pearls. The real deal. Haskell pearls and little gold spacers and stuff like that. I didn't get it in frame. She's trying to here. Let's show it like this. Maybe we can see it better. And it's just fun, lightweight, pretty. Everybody says, "Oh, where'd you get those? So easy to make." All you do is you take the one side out, take it out, and then you just bead onto it, and then you put it back in, and then you crimp it right here, and a little drop of hypo tube doesn't hurt either.
Oh.
Yeah, this one I think I just crimped though, and I've been fine so far. But anyway, I wanted to do ones with this more earthy, natural feeling. Here, somebody said something. Laurel, hey, Laurel. I made a few necklaces from the large semi-precious sets a while back, and they're stunning. Had to take a break for a while, but getting back in. Good, Laurel, because you're very talented, and I want you to see you get back in. You should. But anyway, so I made this pair, yesterday. I made them. And I like these because they're the earthy colors, but they're I don't know, they're a lot of blue and stuff like that more than the brown tones. Can you zero in a little bit more?
Gotta go this way. Thank you.
She's gonna zero in, guys, so you can see them there. Yeah. See, I hung something from the middle here, took a bit of wire, twirled it up, a little bit, and I just put them in there. So what you do is when you get them on, I'm gonna make one too to show you, just in case you're saying, I don't quite get it, although I'm sure most of you do. You just have to watch what pattern you put them on. Like, when I do my memory wire bracelets, I don't do patterns, I do balance. But when you're doing something like this, it's an earring, it kind of sort of needs to be a pattern. So there's pattern on these, and they both follow the same way. And I think they came out really nice. And what I like about these two is they're not terribly heavy. You might think they are, but they're not. These are not heavy at all. And if I wanted to, if I want to really get wild and crazy, I could hang a little something in there too. Just keep going, put another little thing in that. Maybe I will too. I don't know. We'll find out. Anyhow, so I did those. And then these were from the box.
What? No way.
And there's two different ones. In fact, Javi, when she made the picture for it, she did a picture of this one.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. And then this is a different one, but it's still from the box. This is the stuff that was in the box. So if you still have stuff in the box, you got one of the boxes and you haven't played with it yet, you can make this kind of stuff. And earring wires are in there too, in brass socks. It's very hard to find these beading wires in brass socks, by the way, but we have them. We have them in gold, bright silver, and brass socks. So we've got all that. I mean, if you guys haven't looked at the site for a while, I restocked a lot of stuff, but not only that, I added a lot of crazy good stuff. I mean, just all kinds of things. We just had a bunch of bead caps come in. We were working on those. We had the pendologues and the crystal pendants. They're Egyptian, come in. They're just amazing. There's tons of them because I bought deep. I just can't even think of what all. We just had so much stuff come. Oh, yes. And my favorite bead of all is this one.
Oh, the new one?
The new bead. Yeah, it sold out so fast. It was nuts.
No way. We don't have any more of them?
No. We got more because I bought like I don't know, 30, 35 stores.
I don't know. Now I want one.
No, we still have them.
Okay, I was gonna get one.
But there's you can get. But they're
Sweet.
selling down. You know.
Yeah, those are really pretty.
These are the prettiest little things. Can you zero
Yeah, I
in
can
on
zero
them a
into
little
it.
bit?
That'd be great for a bracelet.
I love them. They're like dark and light turquoise. Maybe if I put
Are they
them on the
cathedral
white.
beads? Yeah.
Yes, they're cathedral beads. Oh, that's not one of them. That's a different one. These are the ones. They all have silver on the ends. They look like they have their own. Show me. Everybody kept saying last week, you need to draw a square on your thing.
I know.
And then,
I'm gonna have to.
What do I need a square on? I got Javi.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, people still say I can't see, so that's no good. Can you zoom in on those a little bit, Javi? A little bit more. Okay, now I gotta bring them
You
down.
gotta bring them down. There you go.
Okay, now you can see my horrible paint job.
Oh no, those are not horrible. Okay, like squish them up a little bit. There you go.
Do you see how delightful those are? They're like
Looks better in
striated, light and dark, greeny turquoise color with the silver ends on them. They're check cathedral beads. I've never seen nothing like these before. I love them. I sold out. I bought just a few, and then I put a few up for sale. They went like now. So then I bought a whole bunch more, and they went like now. And so then I bought 30 more, and they came in Tuesday, I think. And they're selling down too. So get some for yourself. They're not expensive. You can make cute little earrings, whatever.
I think we have like 3 different colors too.
Yeah, we do have other ones in the cathedrals. We have a kind of a jet black AB with the metallic ends on it. We have these too.
We have the white one too.
We have the ivory mercury
That's
glass
what it was.
type thing here. They're right there.
And then we had a blue, dark blue.
Yeah, we had sapphire and aqua
Ooh, I like
mixed.
that one though.
Yeah, this one was
That's
real
my
popular
favorite.
too. We sold right out of these as well, and I got
Those
more
are so
of these.
cute.
Yeah, they're kind of hard to see. Can you go up a little bit more? Maybe if I go. Okay, now I just got to position it.
Nope. Good.
You see it? It's a cathedral, and it's matte crystal AB with kind of the mercury ivory wash that's real trendy right now on it. Really, really pretty. Got those. And then we got some, they're this mix, let me show you. They're turquoise and sapphire mixed on the strand. I cut all my nails off because I broke one way down the quick, and I don't like that look where you have one really short and all the rest long.
Yeah.
So I had to bite the bullet and cut them all off, and so now I can't pick nothing up. Okay, can you zip down on that?
I'm really gonna have to put a pointer.
Can you, here.
There you go.
Pointer. They have gold ends.
It's faceted too, if you guys haven't noticed that.
The
Gold
the
ends
aqua is
faceted.
matte, and
Oh,
so is the
like that.
sapphire. They're both matte.
Are they both gold ends too?
Yeah, gold on the ends.
Was the white one like that too, or was it
Beautiful.
silver?
You guys got to get some. They're not even expensive.
Yeah.
So then you can make yourself a box. Anyway, we have those good
hi,
coupons
Mary.
still. Anyway, I don't need to tell you more about that. Most of you guys already know about that, so just be quiet right now. Okay, so I made these cute earrings. These were from the box. I made these cute earrings the other night too. These are chunky funky. Chunky funky fun. You see that? So I got a pair of these. These are a little heavy because they're all semi-precious. For some people they wouldn't be, but for some maybe they would. Anyway, I made those and they were really fun. Can you?
You gotta go that way first, and then I can zip in.
See, then I'll zoom.
Down.
Okay, can you guys see them? I think
Yeah,
that's
I
not
think
too bad. I use mixed impression with that. And then the little yellow spacers, which these mustard colors, I think we have some on the site.
We have that in brass.
I think.
Oh, that's
Yeah, and then we have these brass ox.
Cap beads?
Plus those bead caps were in.
The amuse book in the
Yeah,
box.
they were in the box too. I think there's one box left. I think one. And that's
I think
it.
so, too.
And they're all gone. Bye-bye, no more. Okay.
Till next
so
time.
I did that. Okay, so here's the deal. All right, I want to show you. I'll take these and put them out of the way. Because we got to show how to make something, not
Yeah,
just show
I
and
agree.
tell. You know, so anyway, okay, so I made...
Here, I'm going to scoot this over so then you know where you're at.
I'm supposed to be here, okay.
Yeah, so that helps.
That does help. Stay on the mat, Brenda. Okay, so I made this. This has got one of the sticks. In the next impression, we have several strands. Those strands have so many on them. I think about 40, 50 sticks on them of different sizes.
Yeah.
And they're cross-drilled right about here. Here, let me take my pointer and you can see better. Hey, Andrea.
Hello.
Hey, Mary O'Toole. So nice to see ya. They're drilled right about here. Okay? So they go on the bead wire really good. Because, you know, sometimes the semi-precious, they have real tiny holes. You can get big hole ones now, but their big hole is like a normal hole. Yeah. So anyway, but they fit on the beading wire really, really well. And then I used some of those West German striated matrix beads and some of these little seafoam flower beads. And here's some of the new cathedrals. And then, these here. If you guys, I've carried these for a while, and I just replaced them on the site last night. Let me put this on.
Oh, yeah. Those are
I'll
nice
put this
beads.
on the tip, and then you can see it better. This one, can you zip on that?
No, you got to get lower.
Lower?
Just a little lower.
Okay. I'm trying to put it on this thing so I can hold it still. All right. Zip on that, see it. For hoops like that, should they hang the hoop openings facing left or to the side? That's up to you. That's up to you, Colleen. These would be... Wait, these are going... These would go sideways. Oh, I got my ugly hand in there. These would go sideways. These ones would, because I put 2 rings. So and that works because these are chunky beads. These, however, would go just side to side. So you're the designer. That's up to you. There's no right or wrong on that, but that's a really good question. You can count on Colleen to ask a good question. Keep things going. Thanks, Colleen. That's really good. Yeah, it's up to you how you make them go. You know, I think it would depend a lot on the beads you use. With the chunkier beads, it would definitely look really good going base into the front. I think it will look good, but you don't have to. Anyway, so I had this one. I had a pair of these, matched perfectly. But I thought, you know what, this will just make the best pendant. So that's what I did. I made a pendant necklace with leather cord and the tiara cast crimpable crimps. I just love those. And Mr. Bernie doesn't make them. Nobody else that I know that makes pewter makes them, but tiara cast does, so we carry a little bit of tiara cast at these boutiques now. Not lots, but their crimps are the bomb. We have a lot of them. So if you want to try them, I would recommend that. I'm just taking a little drink. We have a lot of tiara cast crimps. In fact, if you're looking for them, the best way to find them fast, I think you can put in crimp, but then you'll have to see every crimp we have. We have a lot of crimps. So, and people don't realize that, but we do. We have a lot of little end findings that you need that you look for on bead sites, and you don't think maybe I would have them, but I do now. Punch in tiara cast on my site, and that's how you'll find them really fast. TIERRACAST, all one word, no spaces. I don't know why they call him Tiara. Oh, the guy's name was Tiara, the inventor of that company, or whatever, the starter of the company. His name was Tiara. Steve Tiara, I think it was. Anyway, so I turned it into a pendant. So I thought maybe that'd be the thing maybe we could do today, is I'll just show you real quick how I did that, because there were a couple little things about it that you might think, like Colleen just asked, you know, oh, should it go side to side or should it be front to back? You know, I would have never thought of that, you know. It's little things that come up when you make something. So anyway, this one, I'll use my pointer so you can see it. In fact, I'll better leave this here so that I keep it in the frame. But anyway, when I got this done, I crimped it down. What I do is I just get in really, really tight, right by where the wire goes in, and I give it a real good mush. Now, these wires are steel, so they're a little bit hard. They don't mush down like copper or brass would. So that, you gotta mush down harder. And what you can do even before that is you can put a little tiny bit of hypotube cement in there and then push it in, let it set up, let it dry, and then go and give it a mush, and then it's really gonna be super secure. But anyway, what I did with this one too is I also wire wrapped it with 28 gauge. I don't know if you can see that or not, but here's my 28 gauge. It just went round, 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 round. There's a central hole. I went through that. And just went round, 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 and did all this. Okay, so now I've got this lovely earring, but then I decided it's not be an earring. So now I decided it's going to be a pendant. So what I need to get together to make this into a pendant is I need, looking at this, I need 2 tiara cast crimps, and we have them in brass ox, which is really cool. Very hard to find pewter stuff in brass ox. Let me tell you what, I've been looking for a plater to do it for me. Because wouldn't it be nice to have the 1928 pewter line in brass ox? Brass ox and brass is our best seller always. You might not think so. Oh no, the silver, the gold, so much. But no, brass ox is our solid bestseller always. Never has changed. So it'd be nice to be able to get it, in pewter. But anyway, TierCast has a little bit, not everything, but they have a little bit in pewter. So anyway, they have these crimps in pewter. And so we're going to need 2 of them, which you can get at the site. I think she's getting the link for you, maybe. Is that what you're doing, Javi?
I'm looking up if you could search TierCast on our website.
We used to be able to.
No.
Can't.
Nope, we can't.
Well, I lied to him.
Yeah. I knew that because I remember you specifically told us not to put that in the
maybe
title.
I know what you're talking about. No, we do it now.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about. Okay, it's technicality stuff, boring, you don't want to care. Anyways, so don't put in TierCast, put in crimp.
Yeah, you'll find
Put
it
in
that
crimp
way.
then, go ahead and do crimp. Okay, so I've got 2 of these, and I've got a nice big fat melon bead here, and I've got a patina bead. Both are on the site. We have lots of these melon beads, and we have lots of patina beads too. My favorite plastic bead is that patina bead right there. This one's glass, check glass. And then we're going to need some cord. And I think this is the 0.5 millimeter, or maybe it's the 1 millimeter. Either one would work. Okay? And so what I do is I usually measure off about 2 foot of it. You don't really need that much, but I'm the one, less is more. Let's put a little bit more on there than we need to. Then when we cut it, we don't have to worry. It's going to be all good. So I'm going to cut off 24 inches worth because this stuff is not expensive. And it's just better to have too much than not enough. And here's another thing too. You guys know I eyeball everything. When I design stuff, I never, measure. Like when I'm doing design, like, oh, how much this is, I just kind of think, oh, I'll probably have to have about this much. I don't measure. I make the piece, and then I think, oh, now somebody else is going to want to know how to do that. So then I got to measure.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because people want to know measurements. It's kind of like baking a cake. You don't measure, you get a mess. You get a flat
That's
cake
true.
that doesn't taste right. So we don't want to have our jewelry that way. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out, and I'm going to make this, my long piece. I'm going to double it. And by the way, for any of you who have not worked with leather cord, and you feel like, oh, it's leather, I don't know if I can do it. Don't even go there. It's easy. Okay, so if I can do it, I always tell you, if I can do it, you can do it. Because nobody's dumber than me. And I figured it out. No, none of us are dumb. Anyway, I just like to say something stupid. Okay, so I have it in half. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a lark's head knot. And what that is I'm going to take these strings back here. And I'm going to pull through it. So I'm just going to pull it down here because we'll slide it up. Here's where it gets kind of funky because they want to roll over each other. And that's no fun. Plus, I'm just not as dexterous as I once was. Okay, so now I've got that going through there like that. Now I have to be careful how I pull this up. I want this to come...
Can you bring that a little bit down?
Thank you. I want this to come kind of like right on the shoulders. Can you see that? right on this beading hoop, right on the shoulders here. I want this to come down on there, so I'm going to have to guide it and pull it through.
Oh, okay. On the shoulders. Okay.
Yeah. See, it slid off, but that's okay, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of hold it up here, all right? And then just kind of pull down through slowly, because you want to get it in the right place. Okay. It's kind of slow for me on this because I want it to go in a certain place. Normally it does not take this long. Okay, now we got it on. So now what I'm going to do is this. You say, it's going the wrong way, Brenda. Yeah, it is. Not now, though, because I'm going to turn it around. I could have done it the other way. In fact, I probably should have. I'm going to turn around. You know what? Let's do this. Okay, now we're good. Yeah, I could have wrapped it the other way, but I don't have to. Now I can. This is good. Okay, so I just pulled up on it. You guys see? Did I make that confusing enough for you? I don't know. Maybe produce videos better, because see, she could edit all this out.
That's fine. We have to see the process.
Yeah, it's the process. Okay, so here's the next thing in the process that you kind of got to watch. And then once you do this, you're home free.
Home free.
All
Hi,
right.
Darcy.
Hey.
She finally.
So now I'm going to have to get these going straight and not kink, not getting them rolled over each other. The skinnier the cord is, the more there might be tendency to do that. So I'm just kind of following it out, pulling it to get it to lay straight. Because when I put this on here, slide it down and crimp it, it better be not crossed over each other straight, or I'm going to have to cut the crimp off and start over. And we don't like that. Okay, so here. So this is why you want to bring it up, because see, you got that little hole there from the beading top, you know, from like this part.
Hi, Daniela.
Where I do I have one here that isn't? Here's one. I was thinking get a bare one and then I could show you better.
Yeah, that would be easier to.
This part, I want to cover this and I want to cover this. So that's why I was being real careful where that knot went. Okay, so now I've got it down there and I've got this right flush over top of this. Over top of this and this, okay? Because I don't want that to show. Now, I have to make sure I pull this up good and tight and that these are facing right in the middle. If I pull them off to the side like this and I crimp it, let's see if you can see it, because a lot of people say they can't see my fingers get in the way. I don't know what to do. Maybe, okay, let me pull this back. And then I'll move my fingers back. Do you see how I have this evenly in here? It doesn't matter if there's a space between the two of them. But if I had them pulled in there and they went all the way over to the side and I crimped it, it would look weird and it would hang weird too. So here's where it's fussy. You got to get it so that it's pulled up and going the right way. And I believe this will be.
So you have to do it really tight.
Yeah, that's why this is why I'm fussing with it so much. It's not so hard as it's just a little fussy. Now I got to get in there with my flat nose and crimp it. So I got that one off to the side. This one is going to be fine too. So I'm going to crimp this. This is going to be real good. Okay, this is what I love about pewter. It's got a little give to it. Okay, so that's on there real nice. That's on there real nice. Can you guys see? See how it... Yeah, just push that over. It covered that little hole that was showing in the middle. See that? And it covered this top one. And the way it was put on there, it just gave it more strength and stability. So it was just a little bit better there. See, hey, Danielle's here. Thanks, Danielle, for coming. Okay, so Anyway, so now what I'm going to do is, well, I wouldn't have to. I could just go from here, put the ends on, and be done with it. That would be fine. But I kind of like this other little thing that I did, you know, going up in between. So all I got to do is I have a big hole melon, which we have on the site. See, it's got a big hole on it.
You're going to put that one first?
Uh-huh. So it'll fit over the two real nice. So once again, I have to get them so they're not crossed over, you know, going the same way and all that. Okay.
There you go.
And then just pull it up nice and tight. Very good. Me like it. Yeah, that's pretty good. I can see a little bit of space in here. That's fine. That don't bother me. If it bothers you, then you'll have to deal with it somehow. Anyway, then I got the patina bead, which also, just to demonstrate, has a big hole in it. I love patina beads because they're just so versatile. I especially love them on memory wire, any kind of wire. I just love them. I use patina beads by the bagful, I think. So you do the same thing. Make sure that, you know, it's not crossing over on itself or anything. And then just pull up. Yep. This on there. Now we're going to take the last tier cast screw. And I wouldn't have to, except this would move around on here, and I want it to be, you know, really good and stationary. So I have to make sure again that I'm getting it so that it's going to go in the right place and not be crossed over on itself or any of that. I always get it so one of the sides want to go in, the other one doesn't. All right. And yeah, that's going up there really good. That's really good. Let's pull down on that. I just want to be sure before I crimp this that this is right in the middle of this. So I don't have it going off to the side. So you guys may not be able to see me crimp this too good because I have to be careful I get it right. And I might get in the way a little bit. Okay, so one good squish. Then what I do is I pull it and see where I'm at. Yeah, this is pretty good. You see? I've got a nice space. It's all, you know, even and everything's going good. It's all good. Okay? So now I'm going to squish it right up by here. And this is kind of Baroque and dimpled, hammered, whatever you want to call it, already. So, you know, squishing it's not going to, you know, mar it or make it, you know, not look nice, okay? So, okay, fine. So we got that. So now I got to see how long this one came out to be. And if my cord... Okay, this is good. My cords are a little bit long. So I think I'm going to cut them just about here. I have to make sure they're going to be even too, because one of those sides was a little longer. I don't know if you noticed that when I was working, one was a little bit longer than the other one. So I'm going to cut it off about here. Good. All right, so we're good to go. Now I'm going to put my crimp ends on, and that would be these. Have you seen these at the site? We have them in a bunch of colors, and we have them in a bunch of sizes too. These are the smallest ones. They're really good for this size of cord, okay? And you don't have to glue them. You can if you want. But you don't have to because they are crimpable also. These are not tiara cast. I don't know who makes these. I think they're imported. But they're very, very nice. So here's the way I do them. I just thread that through. And I don't know if you can see that either, but you can see how the cord went straight up through here. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ease it back up. I eased it back a little too much. I'm going to ease it back just a little bit and kind of disappear it and leave room where I can get in here right in the middle and squish it. Okay, that's good. So I can still see a tiny, teeny little bit of cord there, but it isn't much. I'm not worried about that. I give another squish in the middle and it's on to stay. Let's just tie it, pull on a little tiny bit. Yep, this is good. If I wanted to, I could crimp this too. I think I will. They're very nice and soft. They work good. Okay? So this puts your tips on so that you have a really nice finish. There are other ways you can do it too, but I like these because they're just nice and simple, you know, and easy to do, and they look nice, give it a nice finished look.
Colleen had a question. What size cord did you use? I missed that.
This is, I think it's 0.5 millimeter. You know what? I should get my calipers off my desk. Can you find them over there, Javi? They're sitting right by the computer.
Yes.
And we'll just tell you for sure, because I can't remember if it's 1 millimeter or half a millimeter. Either one's good. And what I like about them too is that you can bead onto this like string also.
Which one?
One. Okay, so it's 1 millimeter, and we have it at the site. We have everything on this. So all I have to do now is I have to put a lobster on. And this is our nice swivel lobster that I love.
We still have the bead under there.
Yeah. This swivel lobster is wonderful. I don't know if you guys have seen it yet. Let me just get a hold of it and show you. Going this way, maybe.
Oh.
See, it swirls around. So then, you know, no matter, you know, what angle of it, you know, if it get twisted or whatever, it fits up real nice and it'll just kind of self-adjust. I love these. They went up in price a little bit in the last couple of months, but they are worth it, and they're not easy to find. So anyway, I've got a few little things there. All right, so I'm just going to take and open that and get it on the end. And get that up as nice and flush as I possibly can. That looks pretty good. I'm looking to see if I can get another one through. I might want to do 2, just because. See what's going on. Great design, I love it. Hi there. Working so I can only listen for now. That's okay. Hey Cheryl, how are you? I'm glad you made it. That's great. You guys know I'm doing a drawing this time too, so be sure you say something while it's running. While the live part is running. Because it'll be too late after we get off.
Laura said those classes are so worth it. I can't get enough.
Yeah, they are.
That's true.
They're so worth it. You know, everything has gone up recently, and it does concern me because there's, you know, only so much people are going to pay for this. But I was talking to one of my vendors the other day, telling they wanted to start charging. No, this isn't work. One's enough anyway. I just thought 2 might look good. They want to start charging, when you use a credit card, they want to charge you 3% more because of merchant fees, and because merchant fees went up too. And I understand that, but I get, you know, that used to be, if you did that, if you had Visa and Visa found out about it, they would yank your privilege to have, you know, processed cards. They thought it was not ethical, and that's just something you do for your customers, so build it into your price, don't charge them more. Or else just let them have it, you know. So anyways, so I was telling them, I'm like, what's up with this, you know? Well, you know, we got this and that. I said, okay, you guys, you charge so much for your stuff already. It went up so bad that I'm pretty much carrying it as a courtesy right now anyway. Then you don't give me any break on the shipping. I ship everything out free. You know, their boxes, because mixed media is heavy, it come in $30, $40 for a box to ship it. No break there, and then they want to charge me 3% more. I mean, I just can't understand why they have to get every dime of everything. You know, a company that's prospering and doing well already. I eat a lot of this stuff because it just, you know, people can only pay so much. And I guess that's what they don't realize. They don't sell it to the end user. They sell it to big craft stores and little guys like me and, you know, whoever. And they don't understand it. It's so annoying. Anyway, so I got 2 of them now. How about that? It's like I'm starting a store. Only this one's longer. By a little bit. That's a pretty cool design, right? You guys like it? I hope so.
Are you going to show us how to make one of those beading wire thingies?
Yeah, sure, I could do it. You mean you want me to do like an earring like this? We
Yeah.
did that, didn't we?
Did
Before?
we? Did we?
I don't know.
I don't
Or
know.
I could do this. That's a centerpiece for a
No,
necklace.
we should do a beading one. That's
You
what
want to
it
do a
says
beading
on
one?
here.
Okay, all right.
I'm just thinking, you know. It's like,
Okay, Javi. We're
no,
gonna
I'm just wondering.
We're going to do it. I'm going to do one because basically, you know, I mean, I could do both. Well, let's see. Let's just do it and see how far we get. Now, here's where you have to kind of just mess with it, you know. You try to make your pattern come out so it's nice and even till you get down to the bottom here so that when you do the rest of it coming up, you know, it comes out just right. So you find sometimes until you have figured it out just right and have a pattern for yourself and certain beads you like to use and all that, you get to mess with it a little bit. So, anyway, one thing I did find out is I was liking to get it like straight up against here, just get the whole thing full. But I've found that it's better to leave like this much space because you have to take it apart and you know, maybe glue it a little bit, crimp it a little bit, and you need to have space to do that and have, you know, when you take it apart and then put it back on so all the beads stay on. When I first started doing these, I didn't even do them all the way up. I think I have one here. I was just doing part way up and they look fun. I think this one I did. Here it is. No, here's one. Just show you. See, I didn't do it all the way up. You don't have to. You can let some of the wire show. I think that's a good look too. And it helps you so that it doesn't get too heavy. And I kind of like the idea of that little dangle down there at the bottom. And then you put one at the top. Yeah, let's do one like that. What do you say?
Yeah.
Because basically, it's the same if you go all the way up or if you only do it part way. The only thing is the closer you get up to here, then it gets a little tough when you have to take it apart and maybe glue it. You don't really have to glue it. You can just crimp it, but I just kind of feel like it's a little bit more secure. I don't have any hypo tube out here with me, but that's okay. I could use a little bit of E6000 if I decide to do it. Anyway, so I'm just going to build a little pattern here. So let's see what I'm going to do.
Mary said, I missed the name for those rings.
The name for, these are beading wires. These?
Mm-hmm.
Beading wires. They are beading wires. They're on the site. They're probably in the earrings section. So I have a couple of melon beads I'm going to put on there. And these guys. You just basically look for a pleasing pattern in a certain colorway, whatever, you know, you've got that you like, you know, you think is pretty, and you just work it out, basically. You just work it out. Now, some people that would teach you to do this would probably have a pattern all worked out already, which is smart, but I don't, so we're just going to work it out together. If I was doing this as a kit, I'll definitely have it worked out. And I've been thinking, maybe, you know, I'll do a box on just earrings at some point. That might be fun. All kinds of earrings you could make. I have so much trouble getting these out of the box now because I don't have any fingernails.
Somebody asked, is the hypo tube glue strong enough to hold the wire?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. And I like it because it's a little bit, it is runny, but it's thinner like, you know? And it's just, you know, for beading stuff, it's just sometimes, I think.
I just put all 3
better.
links for that beading wire.
Oh,
Well, we
good,
call
good.
it beading hoops on the
Beading
website.
hoops, yeah. They're, so we have them, what did I say? We have them in brass ox, silver, bright silver, and bright
and gold.
gold.
Yep.
And that's what we're able to get right now. So, I'm just looking for stuff to match up. Make it look right. I think we're going to go just part way. And then So this would go up to here, so it'd be about part way to here. Let's see. Where did I go here? A little bit farther, maybe.
And the gold and silver are smaller hoops than the brass ox.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, the brass ox was 40, and the gold and silver was 30.
Well, I kind of like working on these brass ox ones because they're
bigger.
Yeah, the bigger one's a little bit easier, I think. Okay, so we're almost getting to the middle. So what I'm going to do when I get to the middle is I want to hang something to, come down from the bottom. So that means I got to get it on here. So I'm going to stop there. It goes up about this far now. You can see how it's going to come out. All right, so then I had these here. I have these little brass ox head pins, eye pins. So I'm taking them and using them. I say, well, why would you use eye pins? Because I like to swirl the ends of them. That's why.
Oh.
And that's why I take take the little loop that's there already, and I take it, get it in my flat nose, and then I just push it over the best I can. Now there's a good bit of play there on that one. It's just going to be the nature of the beast. You just try to get it as close as you can. That's it. So I go around about 2 times, like that. Then I'll grab hold of it. Pull up, like that. You guys see that? So I'll go do another one for when I do the other side. I'm not going to do it right now, but I'll want to eventually, so I want to go ahead and make it. So then, that way I can match them up and make sure that they're the same. Because like if you make one loop way a lot more bigger than, a lot bigger, not more bigger, than the other one, like this already starting to happen here, then they won't hang even. You'll have one that's longer than the other one. So that's kind of, you got to be a little bit precise about that. So let's see how close those are. Pretty close. So I'll take it. Yeah, it's funny how stuff fits up, a little thing being off, like using the wrong size jump on one. You use one size jump on one earring and another on the other. That'll definitely throw it off. Things like that. So I think if I have these, I'll be able to. Okay, so now I want to make a little drop from here. So I think I'm going to use this bead because I really like this bead. If you can't tell, I really like this bead. Nope, I don't want to do that. I'm not going to do anything there. So now I'm going to take this and, I don't know, let me see if a cap works. That's going to make it too tight, I think. I can always clip a little bit off if I want. Okay, so now I'm going to take this and get it from the back, bend it back this way, and then flip it over. And then I'm going to have to take some off because I got a little bit too much. All right. And then just kind of, loop it over and get it nice. I didn't wrap this one because I don't have enough room to do it because the jumps are, not the jumps, the eye pins are short. If they were a little longer, I could have looped it, which I would have rather loop it. Leave a little bit of room and put that over. I'm always really clumsy at this. You know what? I don't need to do that. I just forgot. I just forgot. There's a trick. I can make it so much easier. I don't have to do that. It's dumb. I'll show you how much easier it is. Just have to make this a little bit smaller. So, all right. Now all I have to do is just slip it over the end. That's a whole lot easier than trying to do it the way I was doing it. So now I have a nice little piece there hanging. So now I will continue with the pattern and finish it. Get my bead out of here. Just have to be careful and watch to be sure that I get the right bead. See, these are all mixed up in here, so I have to kind of go searching and hope my fingers pull up the right one. This is the right one. Okay, so I've got another bellflower. I love these little tiny bellflower caps. They're just one of my favorites. So I'll put another one of these forget-me-not spacers on. Okay. Now I have these little honey turquoise baby little flowers. And let's see what goes in that. One of these guys. This was in your check mix. I think most of the boxes had them. The next box will be out in a couple weeks. It's getting close now. So, actually this is a Picasso. I don't know how many that is. We'll just have to let that work. Okay, so now I'm going to do another little honey. Yeah, I started to tell you, the next box is coming out in a couple of weeks. And of course it's going to be the December box. And it's going to be all glitz and crystal. So it's going to be real nice for, you know, a winter look. And there's going to be a lot of cool stuff in that box, so you're not going to want to miss it. And we'll release it on the first Friday of December. And then it will be available to purchase at the website. Is anybody asking anything?
Nope.
No. I have to go work calls. Thank you for coming, Colleen. I'm so happy you were able to make it. Very nice. Work calls. Do I know about that? Do I know about that? Okay, I need one of these guys. We're almost there. It doesn't take long to make, you know, one. It would help if, you know, you had your beads all picked out first, which I didn't. So, okay, so now I kind of get these, I have to get these positioned. It somehow seems to me maybe I have too many on this one, so let me look. Got this one, this one, this one. This one. Little set here, one here. No, it's the same. Okay. Now here's where it gets tricky because you got to thread it back in here and you want it to stay. So you push it over as far as you can. And then you kind of have to position them. You can do that afterwards though. Right now what you want to do is you want it to hold. Now, if I was doing hypotube cement on here, and that's what I'd probably prefer rather than E6000 because you can get a big glurpy ball of it and it wouldn't look right. Right here, where it goes in, you got to get that crimped down really tight if you're not going to use it. So that's what I'm going to do. Really
Can you bring it
tight.
on camera?
I'm sorry. So that's the problem. I got to see what I'm doing with my wicked eyesight. But they can't see what I'm doing, so what's the point if they can't see, right? Okay, so I got that crimp. And you want to do it on both sides really good. And then go back and check it. You don't want to see any possibility to wiggle out. I say a drop of that hypotube cement would be much better. Or both. Actually, both. Okay, so now I'll get this positioned so that this little drop is going in the side. Okay, there we go. One in the bottom. And I'm going to crimp this side too. Seems like the one you take out is always the weak link. Can't talk. Weak link. The one that needs to crimp most. Don't worry if you distort this a little bit, it's fine. You can move it back into place. Okay, so it's going to look kind of like this. and you're done. Now, what I would do then, in fact, since I did this already, I'll do the one in the middle. I like to hang one in the middle too. So what I will do is I don't think I'm going to put this big of a bead there though. Now let's see what it looks
You
like.
do like a flower drop if you want.
Yeah, I was thinking of that too. I just want to
Like one of those, yeah.
Let's see for a minute how
The
that's
bellflowers
going.
or something.
Yeah, that's a little heavy looking to me. Let's do something petite. Let's do one of these. See? And then maybe something like this. No, because we won't have enough to roll over. No, let's do the bellflower like Javi says. Yeah. I'll straighten this out a little bit in a minute. I can wait.
Cindy said, I was always wondering how those hoops worked.
Did you? You know, I neglected these for the longest time. They have been out like since way before I was ever beading or doing anything with jewelry, and I've been doing it for a long time, so that tells you. They just seem to be always there as long as I've been making jewelry anyway. But they just like, you know, didn't appeal to me. Relax something better. And then I just kind of started taking a different look at them. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm missing out. So I made the little hook there. Now I'm going to get it through this little hole. And I may have a little bit of trouble doing that so you can see because it's tough. I got on though. It's small work and it's tight, you know, so I hope you don't mind. It's a little bit hard. But you just loop it over and get it nice and tight. And
Debbie said those are so fun. I'm going to try to make
They
some.
are so fun, Debbie. You can do the pendants and you can do, you know, whatever.
Yeah, you can put pretty much
whatever
anything
you
on
want,
you there.
yeah.
Chain.
I just have to get this positioned, and
everything.
it's like,
Beads.
because I didn't go all the way up, it's like not wanting to.
Oh, I
And
see
you know
what
what,
you're
the
saying.
more I look at this, I don't know if I like that on there or not, that big. I think I'd almost have to hang like another little piece of something off of that. I don't know.
Yeah, you
I have to think about it.
you can always put another
I gotta
drop
think,
there.
I've got to think about it. I have to think about it. And then I'll decide. Yeah. Here's where I think it's probably best to go all the way up. Because then you got them, like I'm playing with it right now. It probably wants to using it as jewelry and you're done, you're not going to have that. But it just wants to roll up on one side and go.
Well, I have a
kinda
question.
cockeyed.
Could you put a hypo-tooth cement on that last bead where you want it positioned?
Here?
No. Like the last one right here. And the other
Yeah,
side too.
you
and
could,
glue
but
it before.
I'm just so afraid that what would be better would be a crimp.
Oh, yeah.
But then,
Yeah, you could
then
do
the
a crimp.
crimp is going to show, and it's probably going to look weird. So I don't know about that.
You could always hypo-tooth cement. And
You know, all I can say is, you know, this is basically how it works. Try it, experiment with it, because that's basically what I'm going to be doing. You know, I mean, nobody taught me how to do these. I got them and I looked at them like, well, okay, I can see what's going on there. But I found out that once I started, there was a little bit more going on than I thought. Excuse me. It's not hard.
No.
It's just,
Crazy.
you just have to work it out, you know? And I'm thinking that I'm going to take this off right now. I'm going to see if things get a little bit better. Now, I don't want to cut my beading wire.
Andrea's leaving.
Andrea, thank you so much for coming. Really appreciate it. Really, truly appreciate it. Appreciate all the support.
She says it's always inspiring.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it so much. Yeah, see now, because I don't have that big thing hanging there,
Oh, okay.
it's not gonna, it's gonna kind of stay where I want it to be more. But if and I don't
That's
know
true.
why is that it didn't do that here. I think maybe because it tends to fall right in place because there's fewer beads and they're heavier.
I think that's what it is, yeah.
And these are lighter weight beads.
Could be, yeah.
Because there's like no problem with this. They
I
just
know.
go right in place. You know what? These go up farther though.
That's true.
Just troubleshooting it a little bit, you know.
Laura said these are fun and loops are so popular now.
They are. Now here's one last thing I'm going to throw at you, and maybe we'll talk about it on Tuesday if you're able to come around, or if you're not, you know, you can always see these later. So
That's true. We'll say hi later.
you don't have to have beading wire.
That's true.
20 gauge wire works good. I don't know you want to go less because it's not firm enough. See, these are really nice and round and firm and don't get pulled out of shape too good because they're steel. And steel is tougher and it holds shape a little better than the copper wire. Copper wire is soft, so it tends to get, you know, pulled out a little bit. But if you can find a form like a mandrel, or I used a can. It's tomato paste, you know, it's tomato paste just wrapped around that, you know. But you could take wire and then, do I have a piece here? Yeah, this is it. I'll just cut these off. We can talk about this a little bit more next time we get together. But like, if I use this and I wrap around, okay. Lift it off. That makes a pretty big hoop. This would be more like a good pendant. This reminds me of the stuff that we did a couple years ago in the class. You guys remember that? Some of you guys were there. And then we filled them with resin. Okay. So this is making more of a teardrop shape. So if you're going to do earrings, you're going to have to be sure that you get two just the same size, or it's going to be weird. Okay? So the first one's going to be the easiest to do because, you know, you're not comparing it to anything else. It's setting the tone. But the second one you're going to have to really work at. Okay, so what I would do here is just take my fingers. See, I've bent it out of shape entirely. It's not like that at all. Bend my fingers.
You can always bend
and
it
then
back.
just wrap it. You know. Sometimes if you take and you hold it, it's better. Sometimes not. This is the critical place right here. So you do this first one to get it nice and tight because it sets the pattern for everything else. Let me get this one nice and tight.
I have a question now.
Yeah.
How are you supposed to put beads in that now?
You can't. So you have to do this at the end.
Okay, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you'd have to fill this full of beads first and then do it.
Okay.
I've seen some people make them so that they come apart, you know, and you can, like that. But I would, I don't know. See, it came out of shape so fast, didn't it? We had it nice and round on that can thing, and then it went out right away. But yeah, put your beads on first, it will help it. You'll have it on already. And that's how you ought to do it. But I was just trying to show you the form. I never do them the same way. I'm just clumsy with it. I'm a wonky wearer. What can I say? I just am.
I was thinking you could wrap it like how we do the beads, you know, like wrap it like that.
Yeah.
Like make a hoop on the top and then wrap it around.
Yep.
Something like that.
Yeah. Well, you can play with it. Let's see what you come up with, Javi, if you want.
Yeah.
See, I just pulled it all out. I'll have to mess with it more. I know what I want to do. When I did these last, we did them for the class, and I didn't make them to bead onto.
Oh, really?
I made them, remember,
Which
to pour
class was
resin
it?
into them.
Oh, yes.
So I took them and I
Like,
you know, that'd probably be a good thing to do a video on because that class was 2 years ago.
Was it? Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
I don't even know no more.
This spring will be 2 years. Anyway.
That's a
So,
while
like,
ago.
I don't think I used a can anyways. I just
No, I
like,
don't think so.
I just got like a loose form. Wire will tend to go its own way. It tends to go kind of like in a pear shape or like a round
It
or
does.
whatever. you know. But then what I would do is just, I just kept going. First I pulled this through for a starting place, and I just kept going.
Oh, you double looped it?
Mm-hmm. I just
I
kept
don't remember
going,
that in the recipe.
yeah. I did. And then when I got it where I wanted it, like say this, like I like this enough, then I was happy
Here's a
with
good
it.
question.
What?
Lillian said, is there a way to connect memory wire to make earrings like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there is.
I don't like memory wire for that though, and I'll tell you why I don't. Now you might, so go for it, try it, because it is nice and stiff and it will hold its shape. But the thing is, it wants to stick you all the time. I don't care for it, for that. But some people do it all the time and they do very well. I think Harry Wood made something that way here in the last week or two. So, anyway.
I mean, yeah, you can use that wire, but it's a little tougher, I think.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, what I did is I looped it up high enough so it made me kind of a bezel wall. And then I put on pet tape and I filled it with resin and put all kind of stuff in there. Yeah, I need to practice some more 'cause it's been a while. But anyway, that's how I did it. I remember getting ready for that class, sitting on my bed doing this over and over and over again. And you know, sometimes it came out good, and sometimes it didn't. That's me. I don't do stuff precise. I can't seem to manage it. It has to always be wonky for me. Now, if I had a jig or something, or I did things like if I had a really precise pair of pliers that you could work with, I think Javi does that.
You know what I was thinking too? You could always keep it in the frame of that tomato can thingy, and then wrap it from there as
Just
well.
keep going around.
Keep it on that frame, on that the tomato can. That's what I'm thinking.
Let's
it
try
would
it
work
real
out
quick.
because
that would stay too.
It would stay the frame, the form, the frame.
You just think we got wire like there's no tomorrow. That's the thing about wire is it's so even it up. Just keep going.
There you go.
She's right. She's the wire girl. I love wire. I've always loved it. I've played with wire for years, but I've just sometimes
and you
thought
can twist it or
I never learned anything.
There you go. See, that helps a lot.
You know what I might even do is when I get it down like that, I might even tape it. Just to hold it in place while
That's true. Yeah, it would help you a lot. Just make sure, if you
So
do it in something that easily slides out.
I gotta start. But this still needs...
I would have twisted it, make it like twist it.
Okay, let's try that.
You know what I mean?
Let's try that.
Brenda's like, on top with that wire.
I'll say, no, I'll use it. I'm not wasting, people.
It's okay. It's not like it's a...
I'm not wasting. But no, I don't pay much for it.
But
we still don't want to waste.
No, you can always use that for something.
It's going around the can. Going around the can, man.
Man can.
How many we got here today?
Good question. 17, 18.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
Yeah, I don't think we have too many.
Hi, guys. PM at me.
I don't know, it might be a bad time.
It is Friday.
It is Friday, but people are at work.
Oh, yeah.
We did best on Sundays, actually. But that was a long time ago, so I don't know.
Just keep twisting, you're going to just do like that.
Yeah, and then I'd go around again.
Oh.
Or just keep going like this.
That's what I meant as a frame. Yeah.
It's not coming out too tight, but yeah, there's ways to juggle that too. I'm gonna have to work on this.
Cindy's like, you both are so clever.
I'm glad you think so. I think most people would look at this and say, that woman doesn't know what she's doing. But I do, because look at all that jewelry I made.
She made a lot.
I'm trying to figure something out here.
We're trying to figure things out.
You're sitting there watching this. Normally we should have this figured out already. But yes, this is what Javi said to do. Just take it and wrap it. So now you got it there. You could cut that off and just turn it around or something. Or just go like... See, when I twist this kind of wire, it's usually lighter gauge. You know, like when you do the twist off on the
Okay.
28 gauge. You know, and this is a little bit heavy, and so it's just not tight. And I mean, I know there's a way to get it like that. I'm gonna have to practice. That's all. But what I would rather have is this go around several times.
Okay.
I mean, that's what I did before. But anyway, there you go. For now, we can have a bubble one.
It's not a bad idea.
Okay, guys. Well, that's what I had for you today. I think we've taken enough of your time today. Thank you for being here. Remember, there is a drawing. So if somebody wants to win, even though we don't have a whole lot of people today, I'm still going to do it. So, you know, get your comment on here so that
get your comment
you might
on
win, because I am going to definitely do it
Do it.
this time.
Necklace.
And we will go on from here. I just have to work on that. I was working on, what was it that I was working on? Where did it even go?
You working on something?
Yeah, this one. I was liking this.
Ooh, what is... Oh, yeah.
I was
That
liking
was a
this,
mess.
you know. So,
Oh, I see what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice,
Yeah,
actually.
I'm liking that.
I like that, too.
Not everything comes out right away. Sometimes you have to work at it a while. That's how it goes, and there's nothing wrong with it, you know. You don't have to be brilliant immediately. I never was. Everything I ever did, I taught myself pretty much, you know. Sometimes you get to watch me teach myself. PM me.
They were talking to each other.
Okay.
Love bubbles.
Love bubble. Hey, Luann, how you doing? Happy Birds of Glitter Next is here too. Hey,
Hi.
yeah, Anastasia's
ladies.
here.
Hi, Anastasia.
Yeah, say something real quick.
Say something,
Real-
guys.
He said we'll give you a
Never know.
minute to say stuff if you want to get on here, because that's all you got to do. You don't have to buy nothing. You have to buy anything.
You just have to watch and
You
thumbs
just
up
have
us
to
and
say
subscribe
something,
things.
and yeah, and you know, here's another thing you could do if you don't mind.
forget.
Tell your friends about us.
Yeah.
We could stand to have a little bit more support these days. It's something that
Aw, thanks.
we don't, you know, get paid because we have more people watching us or
No,
anything.
no.
It doesn't work like that on YouTube. It's other things. But
Ooh, maybe a brooch.
it's just the more people who like us and subscribe, people see that when they're flipping through the jewelry making videos, and they say, hey, look at all those people who like her. Maybe I'll like her too. And then they give it a try. You know, maybe a brooch. Yeah,
Yeah,
could
that was
be.
not a bad
Could
idea.
be, Darcy. There's a lot of ways you could go with it. So I'll tell you what. When you come on Tuesday, you want to do it at the same time, 2:30?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, 2:30 on Tuesday. We'll do this again. Friday there'll be a produced video, which Javi will be doing. I won't. But we'll see you live again Tuesday, and then that'll be that for this week. There's for those of you who are on the creative group. If you're not, please come join us. It's on Facebook, Beast Boutiques Creative Group. We would love to have you come. Please come and join us. We have a lot of fun. A lot of these girls are on there already, and that's
Yes.
why I know them. We're not having WTW next week because a lot of people are going to be gone or doing other things, cooking turkeys and stuff. So it was like, you know, one less thing off your plate for next week. But we
Yeah.
had a good one this week. We had a good one last week too. So come and join us, because I do a gift for that too. And that's when you do a table. Show us what you're working on using products from our website. And then everybody puts a hashtag on it so I can find them. And then on Thursday, so long as we have 20 people, then I do a drawing. And the gifts are pretty sweet. So anyway, loving this one today. I'm so glad you came, Luann. I haven't seen you
Yeah.
for a while. I hope you and your family are doing well. So, okay, well, we're going to take off now, girls. So thanks so much for joining us. Appreciative of your efforts to show up, and love you very much. Really, truly do. Thank you so much for your support.
Thanks, guys.
And don't forget, we do have a lot of crazy good stuff at the website, and we have the new 50, which is 10% off of 50 up, and we have new 75, which is 15% off of 75 up, and then we have new 100, which is 20% off of 100 up, and then we have free gifts at $35. So And free shipping at $50 after coupons. So, hey, you know, a lot of reasons to come and check us out. So I'm going to take off now. Thank you, Laurel. You're a sweetheart. It was good to hear your voices. It's good for you to be here, Laurel. It's good for all of you to come. Debbie, you're always here. We appreciate it. Thank you, Happy Bird. You guys are great. See you on Tuesday.
See you Tuesday.
2:30.